thank you very much for your time. And my name is Taro. What is your
okay.
names?
Geno.
Geno.
Yes.
And then I'm Ludo.
Ludo. Okay, nice to meet you. Where are you guys from?
Italy.
Italy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. So, how long are you guys in Japan for?
I've been 2 years in Japan and now I came back for 5 months.
5 months. So only 5 months.
No, I've been for 2 years and
and
then
came back, and it's been 5
back.
months.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In my case, I studied in uni here for 2 years. After graduating, I went back to Italy to graduate again. I joined like a double master's degree program.
Wow.
So I studied 2 years in Japan, then 1 more year in Italy. And then I came back here last year to work here in Japan.
Okay.
In total, I would say around like 3.5 years.
Okay. So it'll be perfect for the next topic that I'm going to be speaking. Before that, so how do you guys like Japan?
Oh yeah. So Japan is really good. Like there are a lot of similarities with Italy.
Italy. What is it?
There is a lot of sea and like it's a mountainous country, a lot of earthquakes.
Okay.
And
There's earthquakes?
there is, in our region,
We're from Emilia Romagna.
Yeah.
So I guess you guys are familiar with the earthquakes. So.
Like not so big, but
Not big, but yeah.
sometimes they happen. There is a lot of nature, beautiful nature and mountains. Yeah. And the main difference is Tokyo, in my opinion, because and also food is both countries have like a very high quality food. In my opinion, the main difference is Tokyo because like Tokyo is really massive. There is basically everything you could ever dream. No, not dream. Like you could ever want to do.
Yeah.
And also it's very easy to find your way to express yourself in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there are problematics like, for example, it's very difficult to meet friends because maybe they live 1 hour away, or
Ooh.
like it's pretty big. So.
Okay. Do you have anything to add?
I mean, like, to be honest, so my idea of Japan before coming was a bit different. So since I was very young, I always played like video games.
Oh yeah.
So I thought like more people would have been into like anime or video games in Japan. Like sometimes it's like, oh, I cannot wait to go to Japan and like talk about animes with Japanese people. But sometimes I realized it's not as much like, how do you say, popular, like animes or like this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not as popular as I thought. Besides that, I think I agree with what Geno said. So, but I can find some similarities with Japan. Of course, there are more rules, but actually, I would say that those rules are make Japan good. Like for example, like in the metro, it's very quiet. People don't kind of sometimes. When I first came, I was a bit noisy in the train because I didn't know it was like kind of culturally like you have to be quiet and those kind of things.
Yeah.
But so I think sometimes there are some rules, but it's those rules that make Japan, I think, very nice and for a lot of people also to fit.
So I don't know if you agree with me, but in my opinion, Japan is very tough for Japanese people. But for foreigners, it's pretty nice.
I agree.
I think Japanese people could feel really trapped into rules. I think most of Japanese people wouldn't like to go abroad because they feel they are uncomfortable. Some people just settle on something average, let's say, because they are afraid they wouldn't find something better in the future.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, and instead for foreigners, it's not like that because we are grown, at least in Italy, we are grown in an environment that is, I don't know, we are we are asked to express our feelings and also in family and in school. But when we come in Japan, I mean, it's still like a similar country, so we can easily adapt.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we are not. If a social rule is doesn't fit us, we can discard it. We can not follow it, and Japanese people would be okay with that because we are foreigners.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand, yeah.
I think we covered a lot of topics.
And then, so for the main topic, I'd like to ask you,
Let's go.
do you know what this is?
No, wait, I don't know amount of salary. Yeah, the average salary in Japan.
Oh, really?
Salary in Japan, but this is for the new graduates.
For new graduates. Okay.
Oh yeah, I actually kind of knew it.
Oh, you knew?
Okay.
I started working last year, so I did some research. I also changed my job recently, 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of, I can see.
Yeah. Were you doing a lot of overtime?
my previous company, not too much to be honest.
So I'd like to ask you guys, like, in Italy, what is the average for new graduate, like, for annual income?
I actually don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
I think it's about this.
It's about this?
It's about this price.
Around that. What about the living cost?
But it's
too, in Italy?
so. If you live in Milan, I think living in Milan is tougher than living in Tokyo because the salary could be a bit lower and the expenses are about the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also,
About
you
Milan,
have
why
more-
Milan? Why did you
Okay,
mention
yeah.
Milan?
So Milan is the, let's say, biggest city, more European city in Italy. Yeah.
More like technological, more it's like
More technological,
even
yeah.
if the capital is Rome, in Italy we think that Milan is the more like a lot of all the technological like tech companies like Google and so on are all in Milan.
Still, in Rome it's pretty tough to live. I watched a chart and it was pretty tough. But I think in general, living in Japan with this, by like quality of life and salary, it's better than living in Italy. Like I think it's more tough to find a job in Italy also. People can graduate after 3 or 4 years in Japan and they find a job immediately.
Yep.
In Italy, it's maybe you need to wait for 1 or 2, even 3 years sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
So this economical situation is not very nice in Italy.
Not the same then. Because I'm pretty sure you know, because you graduated from...
So yeah,
right,
let's
so-
say that for the same job, like I talked with some friends in Italy that now work
Yep.
in this kind of IT field, and comparing the same salary for also similar companies, it's higher in Japan. I mean, the thing is also we spend more, but if you calculate how much money you can save per month, the money you can save in Japan
Minus
is
20,000.
much higher than the money you can save in Italy. Also,
Okay.
to get access to those, let's say, high level, high quality IT jobs, you need to live in Milan. But Milan is very expensive. So you get a higher salary if you live in Milan, but the rent is crazy.
It's not worth it.
So you can save, let's say, I don't know, 300 euros
Even
per
less.
month.
But you don't have, you don't save.
You don't say
Like
it.
some
No.
yen per
You
month.
don't save.
And in Japan, I think with the same job, same position, you would, I think, save 3 times,
More.
4 times more. Yeah.
Interesting. Japanese, income, the annual income, do you think it's low in terms of like living costs and everything?
It's good enough, you
It's
mean?
good enough, you think?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, but actually you have to differentiate between Japan and Tokyo.
Yeah, true. So let's say Tokyo then.
Okay. I would say that you need to limit yourself in order to do so.
I think, to be honest, like the per month average you're showing us in yen, to live in Tokyo is not enough.
Right.
Like
I
it's
think so.
giri-giri, like
Giri-giri,
you
so-
cannot save much money per month. This is what
I think after taxes I'm getting about this. Actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. I do like a very expensive lifestyle, but you could reduce expenses like quite a lot, but I would say that you cannot save.
Okay. All right. That would be it for the questions. So
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. What is your name?
My name's Jeremy.
Jeremy. I'm Taro. Nice to meet you.
Onegaishimasu.
Yes, Where are you from?
I'm from New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand.
Yeah.
And are you here for travel or are you working here?
I'm here for travel.
Oh, you're here to travel.
Yeah.
And how long are you traveling for?
Let's say 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah,
Oh,
3 months.
That's quite a bit. That's
Yeah,
quite long.
I've literally been here 2 days, loving it so
Oh,
far.
only 2 days.
Yeah,
Oh,
really
wow.
good.
First time?
First time in Japan. First time in Japan.
Okay. So for 3 months,
Yeah.
what is your plan?
Going to be going from Tokyo to Nagano, up to the mountains, and Koyasan, do some meditation with the Buddhist monks. Head to Hakone, and Osaka, and Kyoto, and Okinawa, of course.
Okinawa.
Yes,
Nice.
absolutely, 100%.
But you're not going up north then?
And Hokkaido, yeah.
Oh, in Hokkaido?
Yeah. I've got some
wow.
family friends up there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice. So you're going to be eating
lots
a
of
lot
different things.
a
Yeah,
lot
I really
of
want to go to
different
Okinawa for the diving.
food. Oh, that big.
Yeah, I really like tropical paradises, but being in the bustling, beautiful, centric Tokyo is really awesome. Really cool. Love it.
Yeah, I can actually kind of tell that you like tropical.
Yeah, I am a tropical
Sorry.
boy. I'm an island boy. I love the islands.
Yeah, I can.
Although I did buy some really cool Japanese fashion in Harajuku. I was really,
Harajuku? Oh,
really
you were just
excited
there?
about. Yeah, it was really cool.
We were just there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool there. Love it.
Sick. So like, I'd like to ask you. I know it's only been 2 days.
Yeah.
But what are some of the things that you, like the differences?
Noticed so far?
Yeah.
I've found everyone to be very polite, very strict for like the process, like making sure everything like sticks to the process. Like the trains are really on time, service is like really exact and precise. The food is amazing. Had some beautiful ramen. Looking forward to some barbecue and sushi, of course.
Sushi. You like sushi?
Oishii.
Oishi.
Oishii.
Okay.
Yeah, I love sushi.
So today, I'd like to ask you,
Sure.
what do you think? Do you know
Per
what this
month.
is?
Okay.
So like, I'd like to ask you, like, what are some of the?
Oh, this is the US dollar amount. Okay.
This is US dollar.
Okay,
yeah,
per
so
month.
That's Japan.
I think this is the annual salary in Japan, like the
Yeah.
average?
Average.
Or, like
Average new graduates.
average new graduates,
Yeah.
1,300 US. What's the
So-
kind of cost of living? What does someone normally pay for a month's worth of rent, for example?
For
on
example,
average?
it really depends how far you're going to be in
Yeah.
Tokyo, like, or how far, I mean,
Yeah.
how close you're going to be in the metropolitan area.
Yeah.
But you could be paying anywhere from like $2,000.
A month?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or it could be anywhere cheaper, like maybe $500.
Okay, it just depends on where you want to live.
Yeah.
So $500 for a month. If you're staying somewhere cheap, a third of your money is going on rent, and then
Yep.
food's probably about another third of that, and then maybe $500 worth of spending money or saving. It's probably not a lot. It doesn't feel like a lot
But yeah, it's not a lot.
No,
But
it's
how
not
is
a
it
lot
like
at all.
back home?
compared to back home.
Yeah,
That's pretty low.
it's pretty low.
Yeah.
A lot cheap. No, I mean,
A lot less.
Even for the new graduates.
Oh, for the new graduates. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm thinking about minimum wage. Minimum
minimum
wage
wage.
in New Zealand probably is about maybe 2.4 New Zealand, which is probably close to that. So maybe it's somewhere similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Like, is there any salary gap? Like living costs?
Living costs. Okay. Well, that's why I asked about
the.
the rent, because
Yeah.
our rent per month could be somewhere between 1,500 New Zealand to 2,500. Like the same again depending on where you live. But I think probably looks like we get a bit more in New Zealand. Yeah. From what I can see, we get paid. There's a bit of a gap.
So I guess it's a bit easier to live in New Zealand than in Japan then
Yeah.
for new graduates.
But to be fair, like eating out seems to be cheaper here. Yeah, and transport is cheaper unless it's the Shinkansen. That seems quite expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there is definitely a gap there from New Zealand and what you're getting here in Japan.
Okay.
So I wish you all the best.
Yes, thank you very much for your time.
No worries.
Thank you. All right, thank you very much for your time, guys. My name is Taro, and what are your names?
I'm Luke.
I'm Hayley.
I'm Jack.
Jackson.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
And where are you guys from?
UK.
Oh, UK?
Yeah.
Oh, from UK?
Based in Hong Kong at the
Based in
moment.
Hong Kong. So you're currently living in Hong Kong and just visiting?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. All of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So you guys go to same school or?
Oh, we
same?
used to work together.
Oh, work
Oh, yeah,
together.
we work
so now we
together.
live together.
Oh, live together.
Yeah, the pleasure of living together.
Oh. Okay. So how long are you guys in Japan for?
We're only in Japan for. I'm here for a week. These two are here for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We got here today.
Oh, today?
Yes.
Oh, yesterday. Yesterday?
Yes. Yeah. Very fresh.
Wow. So how do you guys like Japan?
I love it so far. It's
Yeah.
got such a cool atmosphere and vibe. Everyone's been very welcoming. Yeah, very cool. Well, the food's great so far as well.
Okay.
Gyukatsu, I think.
Gyukatsu?
Yeah, had it yesterday.
Oh, gyukatsu.
Amazing. So,
What about tonkatsu? You guys had
haven't had
that before?
tonkatsu yet.
Not yet?
It's on the list.
Oh, it's on the list? What else is on the list? For food?
Oh, food.
Ramen.
100%.
Sushi.
Matcha. Just like snacks.
Snacks.
Eating
Yeah,
anything we
7-Eleven.
Like, anything we come across, we're gonna eat, basically.
Okay. You guys are all working now, right? So I'd like to ask you guys. I have a little board here. Do you guys know what this is? You guys have any clue?
Oh, the salary compared to other countries.
Yes, so this is
Like
Japanese
Is it the average salary?
average salary of university graduates.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So I have a question for you guys. Like, for university graduate students back home, how much do you guys get? Like, around roughly? Do you guys
In the
remember?
UK?
In the UK, yeah.
£24,000.
I would say less than that.
Between like 20 and 25.
So
Yeah, that's in
It
pounds.
sounds more. I think it's more than Japan. But comparing it to the euro and USD, I think probably the average university graduate British salary is probably higher.
Yeah, like low 20s. I would
Yeah.
So like based on this, would you, let's say if you had a job in Japan, or you know, if you wanted to work in Japan, would you work in Japan based on this? Let's say if you graduated from university in Japan, you know, so on.
If I grew up in Japan, probably not, because like we all moved
Yeah,
and are probably
right.
earning less abroad, but
Yeah.
we wanted that experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. But I'm not sure where you'd go as like a graduate. And we were pulled to somewhere else mostly for cultural reasons rather
Yeah.
than the salary.
What about the living costs back home?
The UK at the moment really expensive. Like it's increased a lot recently because of
Yeah.
But again, your annual income is a bit higher, right?
Yes. I'm not sure how tax bond compares though, as like
Yeah.
tax in the UK is quite high.
Yeah, I guess that's it for the question. So yes, thank you very much for your time.
That's all.
Yeah, so thank you very much for your time. My name is Taro. What is your name?
I'm Will.
Will? Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
America originally, East Coast.
Okay, nice. And so what is your purpose in Japan?
I'm working here at the moment. Want to learn the language better though, so I moved here.
Oh, okay. That's very nice. And how long are you in Japan?
Well, I can stay here until 2025 on my current visa, but still trying to figure out the future.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, what kind of work are you doing?
I'm an English teacher at the moment, actually,
English
but
teacher.
looking for something new when my contract is up.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're staying here until 2025, or I mean your visa is, but how long have you been in Japan for?
Funny story, I was actually in the countryside
Yes.
until about February, so I spent about 6 months there and 10 months total, I think.
Okay. So where was the countryside?
Koutsuken,
Koutsuken.
yeah, down in Shikoku.
Oh, okay. That's pretty far. Oh, I mean, you came back.
Yeah, I like Tokyo better.
Yeah. More wild. I'm guessing.
More people,
More people. Yeah, definitely.
less bugs.
Okay. So today I'd like to ask you. So I have a board here. Do you know what this is?
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Japanese new graduate salary. How is it like back home in the States versus the living cost and things like that?
Yeah, living cost is definitely higher, but salary is also higher. Yeah, I think I'm probably better off here at the moment.
Oh, here. Really?
Yeah, definitely for rent.
Oh, living with rent. Okay, true. Rent must be a lot cheaper here than back home, right?
Yeah.
How much is the rent back home?
Gosh, 1,000-2,000 a month, I've been told. I've actually moved here since right after college. So
right after college.
Not totally sure, but
Wow. Did you like plan on living here right after college, or were you like planning to work back home, or?
just kind of found a job here and decided to take it. Pretty impulsive, but
Good choice though.
yeah, I'm certainly enjoying it.
You're enjoying it, right?
I'm making a little more actually.
A little more?
Yeah, about 25 a month.
25 months? Yeah, that's decent.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.